Good morning, everyone. This is your boy Wayne, aka the Pinoy Boy, and this is another edition of the Pinoy Boy Files. So it's Friday, October 14th, and I just wanted to kind of like share my thoughts and opinions on our judicial system. Now, the Pinoy Boy Files is my personal vlog and has my personal thoughts and opinions. So for some, they may disagree. They you know, may say some things that might be disrespectful toward me, but I'm not going to take that personal because for the sheer fact that, everyone's entitled to their opinion. So I will, whether if I respectfully agree or disagree. But today we're going to talk about our judicial system. Recently, we had some high profile trials that has been shown in the news both on social media and on television and in newspapers and magazines on some of the more well-known trials. One most notably was the Nicholas Cruz trial, the one who was responsible for the Parkland shootings. Now, um, they came to a decision yesterday that Mr. Cruz has been spared the death penalty, and he will spend the rest of his life in prison. Now, my only concern to that was this young man, um, so allegedly, according to the defense lawyer, was a product of his mother was a drug addict, alcoholic. So therefore, he was pretty much doomed from the start. Now, I don't particularly buy that just for the sheer fact that he had to have the mental capacity and awareness to buy a gun. Thus, folds the whole controversy with gun safety and such. And of course, the old proverbial phrase, "Guns don't kill people, people kill people." And to me, I don't buy the fact that this young man was crazy. He had some form of motivation to go ahead and did what he did. Um, and it's just sad that the parents of those 17 children, 17 people, I think 14 were kids and 3 were teachers, um, that had to go through this nightmare over and over and over again. It's been 4 years. I mean, now these teenagers are now would have been young adults. The 14 who did die. And for this person just to sit there in that trial room, making himself out like he's crazier than what. He definitely looked the part. Maybe he faked it, maybe he didn't. But the point that I'm getting at is that this judicial system, the ones who voted not to put this man with the uh, um, death penalty, it makes you wonder why. I mean, this, quite frankly, was a layup, a complete layup on why this person should be dead, that this person should be subject of the death penalty. He killed 17 people. So now we as taxpayers now have to go ahead and foot the bill for this young man to be in jail for the rest of his life. Is that fair? I don't think it isn't. I think this young man needs to be put in the ground once and for all. I know if he was one of my children that would have got hurt, oh, it definitely would have been. I would have been one of those people screaming bloody murder in that courthouse. It is not right. It is unfair. And I think something needs to be done about it. We also had the Alex Jones trial, of which Alex Jones made some really insensitive remarks about the whole Sandy Hook shooting, in which he was saying it was staged, that it was not real, that it was a hoax. And I mean, this guy was so much of a right-wing polarizing individual. And for him to now get, he's going to owe those families close to $1 billion for all those remarks that he said. And on his show, which I find it surprising that he still has his show, he flat out said, I'm not giving them a red dime. So what good is it having the trial if this gentleman, and I say that term loosely, if this gentleman is not even going to fork up the cash, that he's broke? Yeah, I guarantee you that guy probably moved around all his finances. So whenever they do try to come for his money, oh, he's now he's broke. Highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. I think that what needs to be done in this judicial system is there needs to be some really tougher laws, and I know that, I may say, well, you're all about, the gun control and all this stuff and everything. Look, all I'll say about that is that, do I feel people are entitled to have guns as protection for their home? Absolutely. Do I think it's particularly healthy that the individual has to have a cache of weapons? That's another story. I mean, if you want to channel your inner John Wick, yeah, that's your discretion, but there could be a lot of grave consequences behind that. Just my opinion. But as far as for the laws, if you look at other countries, in Thailand, in the Philippines, in even some countries in the Middle East, the crime rate is very, very low, very low. And why is that? It's because they take these crimes dead serious. There's no little smack on the wrist, oh, you get probation, whatever. No, you do the crime, you're going to get punished severely. If you do murder and you are found guilty, they're not going to hold you in a jail cell for the rest of your life. They're going to either public execution or you're going to get the needle, one or the other. Just like that one boy years ago when he was in Thailand, when he did graffiti, and they pretty much beat that boy's behind with a bamboo stick. Oh, now he's scarred for life. Well, maybe he should have done what he did. So, now, am I saying that we need to go to resort to those type of really rash measures? Maybe not all of them, but when it comes to murder, when it comes to rape, I think something needs to be done. Granted, you want the investigation to be completely full and extensive, and the conclusions are 100% bona fide, through medical research, through investigations, where the case may be. Once all that's been done and they find that person guilty of murder, rape, where the case may be, then that individual needs to be severely punished. The only way we're going to curtail crime is to let these individuals know that this type of crimes are not going to be tolerated. There are too much shootings out there. Pardon me, my throat's getting a little dry. There are too much shootings going on out there in parts of our country. We just had a shootout in Raleigh, North Carolina, which it was a 15-year-old that was doing the shooting. How did he get a gun? How did he get access to the guns? You look at all those other shootings that's happened in our American history. This country is the worst when it comes to mass shootings. If we had laws that will make it tougher, more, let them know that you kill somebody, you're going to pay the price. Whether it's being under the jail, forget going to jail, you're going to get the needle. Because to me, they say in the Bible, an eye for an eye. In my opinion, if you kill somebody, your ass should be dead. If you rape someone, I ain't saying we gotta cut your junk off, but I think that, in some states they do force sexual predators to take medication to curtail those urges. There needs to be more tougher laws because right now it's getting harder and harder to live without having to constantly look over your shoulder. And we have to live a life like that. It's not living. You're living in fear, and you shouldn't have to live in fear. That's my spin on it. I'd love to hear your opinions about it. I'm going to go ahead and post this on Twitter and other social media outlets very soon. To the ones who have viewed this video, thank you so much. As you see in the background, I am a diehard Eagles fan. Big game on Sunday. Go Birds. This is your boy Wayne, aka the Panoy Boy, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great weekend as well. Peace.